Picturesque Provo, Utah, LaBelle Edwards Stadium. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration. Senior Day. It's the UCLA Bruins and the BYU Cougars. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
One of the most beautiful backdrops in all of college sports, LaBelle Edwards Stadium with the mountains shining behind it. Many say it is one of the most beautiful fields you'll ever play on. 63,000 strong, the Cougars have proven to be one of the best home crowds. Their spirit and their noise makes it a tough place to play at elevation. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. And the Bruins will kick off first, and here we go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Pulls it, fired, complete. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Short completion on first down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. Looking for a man. It's Bachmeier. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
Making his first move. He's brought down, not a lot of room to take that one back. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Gonna run it. It's Knight. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Iamaleava escapes the pressure going right. He's going to take off. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off and get what I can get.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Iamaleava. Finds his man, it's Knight.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
The Bruins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Nice move to pick up yardage. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Throwing, Iamaleava. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive.
And we've called his name a lot, and that's interception number 6. That's 6. He just continues to find ways to find the football and make plays for this defense.
Drops back on 1st down. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Straight ahead, it's Martin. Jumped on top of the pile.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
And you don't want to start this game with 2 straight punts. Big 3rd down opportunity coming here. Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
BYU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the return. Good coverage on that one, and they get him almost immediately. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be
Wide open on the right. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right and he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
Man, that defensive line has to get off the ball a little bit better, get some penetration to stop that outside run.
And the Bruins, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Oh, he's got some space. 10. Touchdown, UCLA. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. And you saw it right there.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Misses badly on that one.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
Second and long here. Moves the pocket. It's Bachmeier. Under pressure. Got rid of it just in time. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They come to the line, facing third and long from the 25. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25.
22. Booster.
From the gun, wants to pass. Moving out to the right. Throwing on the run. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
And coming into this game, talking to coaches, man, they were worried about how fast this defense was, how physical it was. And so far throughout this game, man, it's shown up. Like the speed, the tackling, the eye discipline. They've done such a good job owning this football game early. And it's on the offense now that they've got to find some answers.
They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And, man, you got to love when you got these big boys inside, these defensive tackles that, by the way, when they keep the GPS stats on these guys, they can speed in the school zone. Like, they're moving that fast, and you can see it right there, starting to get to the perimeter, and he's running from the inside out, flashes like a linebacker. Man, what a big, fast, physical human being.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Ncaa to throw. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, that is one the tight end is going to want to have back. He was wide open on that play. That's one he's got to make. He's got to be able to make that catch.
3rd down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. Now Ncaa. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Making the adjustment. From the gun, it's Martin. At the 35, he's got room. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
They're trying to get the receiver on a drag route and work him through all the bodies in traffic, but there's just too much happening. I don't think he saw the throw real well, and it falls incomplete.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. They'll run it. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense. Well, BYU is a team that made it to the Big 12 title game a year ago. A big part of it was L.J. Martin and their ability running the football, but also what he was able to do catching it as well. Bachmeier back at quarterback, so this offense really expects to take the next step. But L.J. Martin, David, probably one of the better running backs in the country that maybe a lot of college football fans outside of the Big 12 don't really know about.
Yeah, I mean, he could catch it, he could make you miss, he could run you over. Like, the injuries slowed him down a little bit a year ago. But another year of experience with Bear in the backfield, and that is a big Bear. That is a large Bear that can also run the football. Could be a great 1-2 punch that makes you pack a lunch and tackle some grown men for 60 minutes.
He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Scanning the field, it's Bachmeier. Escapes the pressure to his right. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
And the Cougars really need to keep this drive alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide right, it's Martin. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
Well, the field goal kicker can step away from the net and go sit down, grab some water. They're not going to need him just quite yet. That was a great play call. Throwing the ball on 3rd and short in field goal range. They get the completion, now setting up 1st and goal.
The Cougars are threatening on 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. Big fella moving. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, BYU! The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point splits the uprights. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Iamaleava. And he avoids the sack.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. Right side, it's Matthews. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Third down from the gun. Here's Nico Iamaleava. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone. He tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Trying to take it back. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Martin. Plows through the defense. He'll move it ahead and a good productive play on the ground.
Defensively, with all the space now in spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have.
Goes high to pull it in. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Sells to run, wants to pass. Buying a little time to his left. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. Trying to barrel in. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Cougars. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Lucky to get it off.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Throwing, Imaliava. Timed him perfectly to knock him free and forces a third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. Third down in the gun, Imaliava. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field. And that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Looks it in. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
They need a huge play on third and long. Back to pass, it's Bachmeier. Finds a spot in the middle. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Running inside. It's Martin. Just smothered on the play.
What a great play by the linebacker. Do you talk about filling a hole? Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. Out wide left, it's Lions. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The marker rests at the 39, and that's what they need here on 3rd down. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. 3rd and 6 yards to go. He's changing the play. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Good play call on defense. 3rd down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up 4th.
Snapped on 4th down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And he is stopped short, well short of the marker as the defense stands tall.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Pass to 6. At the 35, he's open. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time, down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run. Nice stop on the defensive side of the ball.
They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Bruins!
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's Bachmeier. Oh, pressure's coming. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense has it. They're on the move. Takes it in. Touchdown, Bruins.
And, man, how awesome is that for the big fella? And he wasn't going to just fall on that loose fumble. He decided to scoop it and score, and David shows off the athleticism.
I mean, we were born to do more. We just grew out of the running back body, but we were really all running backs at heart. It's just hard when you got to go that far because you're running out of oxygen. You could tell the gas tank was low, but the big fella getting the touchdown.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Left side, it's Bachmeier. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. BYU lines up quickly.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Long way to go on second down. Wants to throw. It's Bachmeier. Had to force that one.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Turning it on. Inside the touchdown, UCLA. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And, man, this defense proving to be so opportunistic. They don't just turn people over. You've already seen them scoop up a fumble, take it back to the house, now an interception, and take it back to the house. They make big plays, and they put that thing in the end zone.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Fresh set of downs going up top. Out wide right, it's Lions. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to pass, it's Bachmeier. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
He's not afraid to go deep. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, week 12, almost 0 margin for error. Just the way we like it here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Southern Mississippi taking on the South Alabama Jaguars. And it's the Golden Eagles coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. And this one gets them to 5 wins on the year, which isn't cause for a campus-wide celebration, but it's proof the coaching staff is getting through to this team. Here now a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the Mountain West Conference.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
It's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball. And this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that will try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Ncaa from the gun on third down. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a fourth down.
Man, that's a big stop on this first drive. That's got to energize this defense. They didn't have a great first half. Let's just call it what it is. They could have done a lot better. But to come out, make some adjustments, get a stop on this first possession, that's a good sign for this defense.
Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make time to take a shot. He's got it way down the field. Touchdown, BYU! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Got the quick completion. Breaks into the open. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Bruins can really attack on this second and short. They'll go to the counter. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop. Makes the catch, and he's free. Bust through behind his pad. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, They can make plays. They can run people over. They can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
Takes a handoff. It's Knight. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Keep it on the ground. Knocked down immediately.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Third and long right here. From the gun on third down, Iamaleava. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
And on that third down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target, and as a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up fourth.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. There's no real good spot on the field for a roughing the kicker penalty, but I'd say putting the offense in the red zone is extra bad. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Knight. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bruins. That's 3 touchdowns in this game, and he's up to 11 on the season. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Sells the run, looking to pass. He wants to take the top off. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He'll be stopped right at the 42 after returning the pick, and the defense comes up with a... Over.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Hits inside. It's Knight. There he goes.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got 8 on first down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. Here's Ncaa to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert third and short. Sets his feet. It's Ncaa. Right side, it's Knight. At the 40, there he goes. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. The run inside. It's Knight. Enough to move the chains. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And the Bruins pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. From the red zone, it's Thomas. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. A man still down after that last play. There is an injured BYU Cougar. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Ncaa. Out wide right, it's Ellis. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Props and kudos to that defender. That is a dangerous wide receiver, catching that pass on third down off the RPO fake. Nice job by the defender, getting him down, tackling the catch, setting up fourth.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Here he comes from his own end zone. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Wants to throw on first. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down.
Here we go. Let it go.
Quick give. It's Martin. Oh, he's got some space. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. The Cougars just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Motion from the wide receiver. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Right side, it's Buckmeyer. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all of the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Fires to the wideout. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. UCLA will go back to work on offense. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Throwing, Imaliava. They're all over him. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. With that penalty, the offense is backed up on second down. Sets his feet. It's Imaliava. Spits it out to the back. Complete. Dragged down.
And to say he has trust in his running back catching the football is an understatement. I mean, there was two guys on him. Like, he was absolutely covered, but he still makes the play. And he does that a lot, man. He's a game breaker. He's a guy that can make big plays for this offense. If I'm the QB, though, I might be a little bit careful. If they got that many guys on him, I got to be safe with the football.
Saying in the gun on third down. Incomplete. What a fight for that one in midair, but neither guy could come down with it.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last two drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
They'll line up with trips to the right side on 2nd and 6. Rush right in his face. Blasted as he lets it go. Makes the grab. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Cougars peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Wide receiver going in motion. Drops back on first down. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Trying to take it back. He's at the 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Bruins. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
You really got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job. Not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You'd think that should do it now to get the win.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
BYU 21.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Finds his target.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
The Cougars are facing 3rd and inches. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Plows his way ahead. Looks as if BYU will have a first down.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
2nd and long here. He's looking to pass. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Fires downfield. Out wide, it's Buckmeyer. Makes the grab in their space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Fresh set of downs going up top. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.